today. My name is Brandon Hathaway. I'm the preacher at the Westside Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky. I want to thank you for joining me as we again open up our Bibles and study the Word of God. I do appreciate that. And before I get started, I want to invite everybody to come and join us for Bible class today that starts at 9:30 there at Westside. And we invite you to come and join us. We have classes for all ages to come and join and to study the Word of God, have the opportunity to read with one another, to ask questions, and strive to strengthen our fellowship with one another and our faith in God. So we also have our worship service that starts at 10:30 and at 5 p.m. So we invite you to come and join and be part of all of that if you can. If you make it to one, we would be happy to have you for just one of those. So anyways, our verse of the day is Deuteronomy 29 and verse 5. Deuteronomy 29 and verse 5. It says, I have led you for 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes have not worn out on you, and your sandal has not worn out on your foot. Something I think that maybe we overlook, another sign from God, another proof of evidence that God was with the children of Israel here, that he gave them this miracle that as they wandered, and again, wandered in the wilderness, continuously moving from one place to another, continuously traveling, walking, we see all that they've gone through. We know that there were some battles here and there. And as they went from place to place, as they continued to move around, as God guided them, day and night, their clothes never wore out. I mean, how often through all the work that we do we tear up our jeans, our clothes just they get wore out, they get too dirty, they get too old, and so there we got to toss them. Or how often your shoes get worn out, the bottom of the soles get worn out. They just, you do too much walking, you do too much running, you do too much work, and it just eventually it tears down. You got to get a new set of shoes. Here it's saying that didn't take place here for them. 40 straight years, they didn't have to replace their clothes. They didn't have to replace their sandals because God was with them. He's continuously giving them this sign, this miracle every day that their clothes and sandals wouldn't wear out. And again, it's just something to think that there's proof every day for them. Again, they had manna from the heavens, they had water from a rock, they were victorious in battles when God was with them. And so it's just, again, continuous reminder to them of how God is with them, so that they have confidence when they go into the land that God will deliver them, and that if they're faithful to him, that God will continue to bless them. It's the same thing for us today, that we must continue faithfully in God's sight so that we can receive his blessings today. So again, he's commanded us to gather upon the first day of the week to remember that sacrifice that his son had made for us, and by doing that of the Lord's Supper. So we invite you to come and join us as we gather together at 9:30 for Bible class and 10:30 for worship. I hope you have a blessed day, and if the Lord is willing,